Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And it is snowing very heavily outside. It's really cool. Love me some snow. And the Neca Ultimate Michael Myers from the 2018 film has arrived at last. It's time to bring you the review. Alright, just setting up the desk for the review, getting things looking nice and Halloweeny, using my repainted Trick or Treat Studios mask on the left hand side there, and my professionally repainted Trick or Treat Studios mask by Mike in Germany on the right hand side there. And incredible diorama by Glenn Page from Cult Creations. I'll leave a link to him on to get to him on Facebook. You can chat to him on there. He can make you any kind of diorama you want, not just for NECA figures or Mezco figures, but for Hot Toys figures as well. Glenn can do it all. And this was the very first prototype Myers diorama for a NECA figure or a Mezco figure that Glenn ever made. Since then, he's incorporated like rooftops with pillars, strode for sale signs, the whole thing, man. This was the prototype, and it was just like a rough. This was literally like the third diorama he ever attempted to make. So I absolutely love this, and it's going to make this review and any Michael Myers reviews I've done on smaller figures in the past with this have just been an absolute blast to do. I've just really enjoyed it, and I know this figure is going to look sick standing right here in all kinds of different poses, so you can look forward to that in this video. But yeah, we're just setting the scene. Got things looking mean. Right, on the back of the box, we've got a little write-up at the bottom here. It says, Halloween, it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. She now faces a terrifying showdown when Michael returns to Haddonfield, but this time, Laurie is ready for him. Includes knife, hammer, fire poker, tombstone, victim head, light-up pumpkin, interchangeable head and hands. Juicy. I really like the packaging. It's, as they say, collector friendly, so you can just, put him back in the box and display him like this if you want to. And just got the movie poster there on the front, and a simple design on the side. That's nice if you want to, display them like this, or at least put the boxes on display like that. And obviously got all the cool poses and artwork on the back too. Anyway, let's get down to business. Alright, there he is on the diorama, all set up. I put the head on that has the blacked out eyes, and I switched out the hand to the one with the blown off fingers from the shotgun, and put the knife in the hand. Well, put the knife holding hand on there as well. And a little shout out to Tim Birch on Facebook for the heads up on heating up the hands before you change them. So I just went ahead and did that, and got everything on there nice and easy. I will say, he does have that thing that one of my Pennywise NECA figures had, where one leg seems to be slightly longer than the other, to the point where to get him to stand up straight, this leg kind of has to be out to the side slightly. Because if I put them dead straight, his right leg is definitely slightly longer than the other one. Whoa, there you go. There's the obligatory figure falling over during the review clip. Alright, I just got him kind of stepping off the porch there, starting to walk down the pathway. And you can see he's balancing just fine. The diorama really bringing it to life. Pumpkin has a light up feature as stated on the front of the box, and as everyone has mentioned in the reviews I've seen, it's not very pretty inside the pumpkin itself. You can really see all the inner workings and the LED and all the little, it just doesn't look like how a pumpkin looks or how the inside of a jack-o'-lantern looks. But the actual, sculpt itself, you just press the top down and it switches on the light. I definitely prefer the way it looks when it's not lit up. It just looks a hell of a lot better to me. But great paintwork, great sculpt, very accurate looking. Very happy with the pumpkin. It's really cool. Whoop. Here is the version of the head sculpt where the eyes are visible. They're painted pretty well for the scale and the price point. I definitely prefer the mask or the head with the blacked out eyes. That is the one I definitely prefer, but they've got slightly different hair sculpts as well. But so far I'm liking the one that I'm using currently here with the blacked out eyes. Very creepy. And also the severed head. This guy played by Christopher Nelson, bit of a legend when it comes to Michael Myers stuff, I believe. I don't really know my stuff. I've done a tiny bit of homework in between takes. And I've already followed Christopher Nelson on Instagram and seen his incredible work. So this is actually him in the movie. That scene in the car, the two cops talking about their lunch. And I believe Christopher Nelson is the one who made the 2018 mask, the real deal. And yeah, man, really, really cool dude. And this head sculpt is absolutely terrifying. A very creative kill. Basically fashioned his head into kind of like a human jack-o'-lantern, stuffed a torch up in there and lit it up. But yeah, really gory accessory. It is, oh gross, is that his tongue? Oh man, oh Jesus, that is full on. That is really, really gross. Anyway, shout out to Christopher Nelson. Check out the detail on this hand. Really, really impressed with this. I mean, obviously, the part where the shotgun blew his fingers off, that's really done well. Looks really, it's just really gross. It's very wet looking, very nasty. Very impressed with that. Let's get a look here as well. Wow. Yep, Neca certainly upping their game in the finer, smaller details department, especially on this piece. I mean, that is just really nasty looking. I like the way the coveralls have been done. I'm not too keen on this, as many other people have mentioned as well. That's a little bit distracting and a bit, I don't know, makes me think of like an underwear or a nappy or something weird like that, and that's not what you want to be thinking about when you look at Michael Myers, but it does allow for articulation, and so totally forgivable. But really, really good. Very accurate looking color to me. In the movie, when he takes out the lady with the hammer in her kitchen, you get a little, continuation of the tracking shot where he walks through her kitchen, out through the front door. And as he's walking through the kitchen, you get a really nice bright look at the color of the coveralls. And I'd say they've gone with a very accurate tone here. So that's good. And he's got double bend elbows, still kind of loosening up my joints a little bit. You can get him in some pretty sweet poses thanks to that. Very nice. Great looking piece, man, no doubt about it. Absolutely, highly recommend it. I think they did a really good job with his knife. It looks very accurate to me. Very clean paintwork, fits in his hand very snug. Yeah, just a great job of his most important accessory. So I really like the knife. I was tempted to get the actual real knife that they used in the movie. Saw it on eBay. I forget the actual name right now, but it's a professional chef's knife. It's very, very sharp, as most knives tend to be, but all the comments from people who do actually decide to go ahead and get the real, life-size knife, they always mention, please be careful, because this knife in particular is ridiculously sharp. So, maybe something for, a nice little side piece for my life-size mask over there. Display it beside it. It could be cool. And this is the head sculpt I think I will be using, you know, for the foreseeable future. I like it very much. Got some good movement, good head tilt. Excellent. You can look forward quite a bit, or look down, and look up a fair amount too. Very, very nice. Let's get close up. Right up in there. Yeah, I really like it, man. For this scale and the price point, again, very impressed. I hope they make this in 1/4 scale. Please make this in big version Neca, and then I will be very happy indeed. You need a big 18-inch version of this figure. Just looking at the holes in the mask there, I can see something, but it is blacked out, which I do like. It's very cool that they gave you that option. It saves me the trouble of having to do it myself. Skin tone on his neck looks pretty good. Bit wrinkly there, as it should be, because he's in his 60s now. The blue t-shirt. Look at the dirt and the grime on his coveralls. Bullet hole there from when Laurie shot him after he killed the babysitter. Wow. Very, very nice. You've got the slit at the back. Not too obvious, but it's there. And the hair sculpted and painted pretty well. Very pleased. Look at that. That is cool. I was thinking I might need to do a black wash over the mask to bring out the detail and the, you know, but I don't think it's actually necessary. The detail's showing up just fine. I don't think I'll be doing much customization to this. I mean, I'll let you know as time goes on, but I'm pretty damn happy with him straight out of the box. It's a solid piece. Just setting up here to do some more pictures, some photography, and just showing you how badass he looks in front of the diorama here like this. Just takes it to a whole other level, man. Look at this. So much fun. Get yourself a diorama, guys. It is the thing to do. Especially if you got this piece. Have yourself some fun. Get your camera out, get your phone out. That's why I use a phone. All the apps for all the cool little effects you can add and stuff. It's just good times. No, just got him holding his hammer. Just to let you see what it looks like. Sometimes I think it's a little bit small, but I don't know. You guys might know more about that than me. Just first impressions, the hammer is very nicely painted. It's very gory, lots of blood, but it does look a little bit small, just a fraction. Could be wrong, let me know. But there he is. Well, this must have been what the view was like for that poor lady in the kitchen. We didn't get to see it, we just heard it, but that was pretty effective. There is a little pose for you, just raising up that hammer, getting ready to bring it down. Yes, sir. That looks pretty damn sweet. I'm just really enjoying shooting this, guys. Having a lot of fun with the figure. I can't recommend it enough. I mean, as you can see, it looks fantastic. Some great accessories. Just having fun posing him, just doing subtle little tweaks here and there. And just all these cool little angles with the house behind him just look really, really nice. Any one of these poses, I'd be quite happy to just put him on the shelf. I might have to change the display a little bit, because this was going to be a completely dedicated to Michael Myers long shelf, but I had to do something with my Freddy and Jason and Chucky and Pennywise stuff, so that all went down there in the corner. But this looks too good not to display like this, so I might have to find a new home for all that horror stuff on the end and just have this be solely dedicated to Michael Myers. You know, because with the big masks as well, there's certainly enough stuff to put on there. So keep an eye out on the channel for that in the next few days, I guess. Some of the other hand sculpts, this one over here, that kind of reaching out and grabbing you, or reaching out to grab your hand. I'm looking forward to posing him with this one. Probably put that on him next. And yeah, let's get posing. Some great accessories. Great work on the hands. You got a really nice Tombstone accessory here. Pretty good weathering on this. Don't really think I'll be going in and doing any extra weathering on that myself. It's nice and light, it's good enough. Good enough. Pop that there. All the other accessories are here at the moment. We've got the fire poker here. Be careful with that. Feels quite fragile. Don't want to break it, but very nice looking. Good paint effect on that. So yeah, there's all the goodies. And there he is. The shape. Well, that Christopher Nelson head sculpt doesn't fit on the figure, but just resting it on his neck there, that's what that would look like. If, you were so inclined. Interesting. Man, that is gross. Skin tone matches though. Matches up real nice. That would be scary. To have that coming after you? No thank you. I think I'd take the Myers mask back if I were you. The heads go on nice and easy. Try that one-handed. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Oh, no. Okay. Well, it requires two hands. But it's an easy swap around to do. I switched out the hand to that reaching, kind of grabbing hand. Looks really good with the hammer. Just zoom in. Yep, that's definitely an option. Some people might not like the kind of transition here between the parts, the sections for the double bend elbow. But I forgive that in exchange for great posability on Michael Myers, which is something we're not really used to with Neca Myers figures like the original 78 Myers. Kind of pretty much a statue with a few turning sections here and there, but this is a fully fledged posable figure. So I do like that hand sculpt very much. Just a little height comparison for you, just so you can see some other Neca figures standing alongside Michael Myers. You got the Part 2 Ultimate Freddy, the Ultimate Chucky, and the Ultimate Pennywise. I believe that's that's a mishmash of the GameStop exclusive head and hands, but on the normal version body. There you go, that looks about right to me. Alright guys, going to wrap up this video and just say I am in love with this piece. I think it's absolutely amazing. Knocked it out of the park. Well done, Neca. Neca are one of my favourite figure making companies. They really have had our back as far as the horror collection stuff goes for many years now. They never really disappoint, and I love their Freddy stuff, Jason, Chucky, a few Myers pieces in the past, but this is the big one. This is the one we were waiting for. The fully articulated Ultimate Myers figure. No detail is spared on this guy. The two head sculpts with the mask are both incredible. It was really nice that they gave you one with blacked out eyes and one with the eyes showing. The Christopher Nelson, well, at least the character he was playing, the head sculpt there with the gruesomeness in full glory. The pumpkin, the knife, the fire poker, the hammer, the tombstone, the spare hands, all of it. And obviously Glenn Page's diorama here sets it off an absolute treat. Don't forget, I'll leave a link to Glenn Page in the information section under this video, in case you want to order yourself a beautiful diorama for your Myers figure. Look no further than Cult Creations, helmed by Mr. Glenn Page. So, let's hope we get this guy in 1/4 scale. Fingers crossed for that. I also wouldn't mind a few other versions of this Michael Myers. The Smith's Groves version, where he's just in the white sort of jumpsuit with handcuffs, maybe a nice little base with the grid squares on the ground, just a little something for him to stand on to remind you of that moment. And also I wouldn't mind a version before he gets his mask, but he has got his coveralls on. You know, when you get that kind of scene in the petrol station or the the bathroom that the two British bloggers end up getting killed in. So a version looking like this, but with the old man Myers head instead. That would be nice. But I can't recommend it enough, guys. Absolutely love this figure, and I'll try and bring you some more content on this, over the next few weeks, months, whatever I can come up with to show you. I will bring you videos, and don't forget to leave me your comments below and let me know what you think of the review, what you think of the figure, whether you have it, whether you're going to get it. What did you think of the movie? I really like the new film. There is an aspect of it that I kind of been thinking about after seeing a video on YouTube, where a guy was saying the problem with the new Halloween movie is that they show too much of just old man Myers at the beginning,
And more I think about it, I do agree with that. It would have been cool just to get the shot, you know, the first time we see him from a distance and he's facing the other way, and the doctor says to the two bloggers, and there he is, and you see like a really far away, he's just standing there in the middle on his own looking off to the other direction. I wish that was the only shot we got of Michael Myers without his coveralls and mask on, because we see so much of him before he actually gets his mask back. I don't know, it kind of takes away that, is he human, is he, you know, a force of nature, whatever. It just seemed to take that away a bit the more I think about it. But I do really love the film. I definitely say it's one of my absolute favourite Halloween movies. One of my favourite masks, maybe my favourite. Obviously the 78 original is probably the best of all time, and always will be, but there is something about this just old, kind of rotted, scary. I mean, that's the original over there, and this is it 40 years later. So I love them both, and like I said, can't recommend this figure enough. Absolutely awesome. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your comments below. Follow the link to get to Glenn page and order yourself a beautiful diorama for your figures, and subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications on all the videos. Check me out on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram at dknight333. Check me out on Patreon if you want to help the channel keep tooting along. Really appreciate all you guys out there helping to support the channel. It means a hell of a lot to me. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Incredible piece. 9.5 out of 10.